YouTube is the uniqueness, the freshness, the authenticity of voices, and you seem to be a great exemplar of that as well. Am I right about that? Do you think there is anyone out there doing the same thing that you do? And in the same kind of region, if you do feel someone is like a competitor, are they a competitor, or do you feel like all boats kind of rise with the tide?
I mean, now there's loads. There's loads of like young Muslim, hijabi, everybody knows what one of those is, the scarf on the head. There's loads of us doing it now, and I feel like that's happened in like the last 5 years, I reckon. But when I first started, there was one other UK-based blogger that was doing YouTube videos, and she's called Pearl Daisy. She was called Pearl Daisy, but now she's called Amina, because she's, you know, grown up a little bit, as we all do. And I remember watching her and thinking, oh wow, she's doing YouTube videos. That's kind of a weird thing to do, filming yourself. I thought it was a sad thing to do. Not gonna lie, I did. Right? And to be honest,
so what made you change your mind?
Well, basically, I was on Facebook first, and the Facebook audience told me to start filming tutorials and stuff, and I was like, really? Okay, I'll start doing that. And I used to film like on my, it was an Acer laptop. Like I used to use that camera. I locked the door and make sure nobody was home because it was such an embarrassing thing to do back then, because I wasn't in that YouTube world, you know. And then I just carried on until I started really enjoying it and loving it, and then realizing that I could put other things other than, you know, those tutorials that you saw earlier.
Are you still using the Acer laptop?
No.
Have you raised your tech game?
Yes, I have.
What do you guys shoot on?
So I've got, I think every YouTuber has it, the Canon G7 X for vlogs, and then I just shoot on a 70D for like the sit-down videos. You know? I'm sure you have a whole production company, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's getting big these days. Well, it's interesting because Hamza, you do, as we heard, produce content for TV, and Kevin mentioned that you've just been commissioned for a 10-part BBC Three series. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
I mean, that is.
You
amazing.
can clap if you want.
Coming as I do from the TV world, those are words that we just no longer hear, guys. It is impossible. 10-part series for TV. What a thing. What will that entail? How different will that be for you compared to what you do day to day?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, it's actually a dream come true, and it's kind of weird because I'll be very honest with you. Like, I mean, BBC have been amazing, and I love working with them, and I know we're going to come up with great stuff. But I started YouTube to get onto BBC, to get onto TV and stuff like that, and it's kind of weird because now I've got this, I'm like, I could never leave YouTube. You know, I could never leave YouTube. Like, that's how passionate I'm about YouTube, and I would literally spend the rest of my life doing YouTube videos, not just one.
It's going to be epic.
One YouTube video and I'm done. But yeah, no, I love YouTube, and it's, as I said, it's so funny because you know, I wanted to use YouTube for me to get there, but I realized that YouTube is heavy.
Is the pinnacle.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm not saying that because they pay me.
The jacket's really nice. I have to say, you know, as someone who generally works in television and radio, but has dabbled a little bit into the YouTube world, I can totally see what you mean. Dina, what about you? Do you feel like you might venture into television? Is it something you have aspirations to do?
Well, you know, it's a little bit like Hamza. I always thought, oh, the be-all, end-all would be, you know, doing a documentary, doing something on telly, being a presenter, something like that, right? And I did a documentary on BBC Three before it went online, right? When it was like an actual channel. And I loved it. I did love it, right? But the thing is, it's the same as Hamza, like, there's so many restrictions with TV and everything, there's it just takes ages to make something that you kind of can do on YouTube in a day and get the same message across. So,
and potentially reach bigger audiences.
I think mainly that is what is happening. Because, like, for example, BBC Three's gone online, but I mean, I don't watch them now, and I used to all the time because I just go on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I think that's quite an important thing as well. Like, it's kind of like, you know, YouTube is the new TV.
Yeah.
Like, and no disrespect to TV and stuff, but I don't go to, you know, go back home and say, you know, call up my friends and say, come on, let's watch ITV, guys. You know, no offense to any ITV people in the audience. Great channel, so great. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, a lot of the times when you're with your friends, you know, you take out your phone. Everything's, you know, you can do everything with your phone now, and you just kind of want something there and then. And The problem with TV is it's not diverse enough. I'm not just talking about colour, but I'm just talking about things that can appeal to different types of people around the world. Whereas
Too many
YouTube,
rules.
yeah,
That's why.
exactly. But whereas YouTube,
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, you know, it comes down to the taste of one commissioner sometimes. So
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have that
Yeah.
diversity of commissioning and curating voices,
Yeah.
regardless of talent, which is a whole other question in terms of who we see and who we hear. Kevin, I want to bring you back in at this point.